You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 16th of May, 2026. It is 57 days after the spring equinox. It is 36 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, fishing news, imperialism, a tasty treat, the Pan Am Building, the ozone hole, Olga Korbut, and intrepid Irish monks. The sun rises today at 5:38 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:07 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:39 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:17 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute 54 seconds longer than yesterday. The new moon arrives today at 4:03 p.m. We begin lunation 1279. The moon rises today at 4:59 a.m., and then it sets at 8:31 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 4:21 a.m., minus 6 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10:36 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:26 p.m., 9 centimeters. At night, high tide, 10:52 p.m., 2 meters 1. In our shared realm of plants and animals, according to local fisher folk, striped bass are abundant in our waters right now. The bass move up the Hudson this time of year to spawn, and they are also plentiful in the Sound, Jamaica Bay, and all along the South Shore. Delving into fishing culture is to encounter a whole new vocabulary. One fisherman reports, quote, "It has been an amazing sight to see bass exploding on bunker," meaning that the small menhaden fish the bass feed on are schooling in large numbers, attracting the bigger bass. There are strict slot limits on taking striped bass. In the Hudson, fish between 23 to 28 inches long can be taken. On the coasts, the limit is 28 to 31 inches. All others must be released. This is to protect from overfishing, and especially to save fertile females. Commemorations. Dubious imperialists. On this day in 1916, Great Britain and France reached a secret agreement to divide up the remains of the Ottoman Empire once World War I had ended. Known as the Sykes-Picot Agreement, it created French and British spheres of influence in the Arab lands newly liberated from Ottoman rule. It was a betrayal of the Arab leaders who had sought full independence. On a happier note, on this day in 1965, SpaghettiOs were launched by the Campbell's Soup Company. The circular pasta in a tomato sauce were advertised as spaghetti you could eat with a spoon. On this day in 1977, a terrifying helicopter accident took place on the roof of the Pan Am Building in Midtown Manhattan. At the time, New York Airways operated flights from a helipad on top of the building, shuttling passengers to JFK. At 5:30 in the afternoon, at the height of rush hour, passengers were boarding the Sikorsky S-61 when the front right landing gear failed. The helicopter tipped over, and its spinning rotors hit the tarmac. 4 people waiting to board were killed instantly, and one of the detached rotors flew off the top of the building, killing a woman on Madison and 43rd. The heliport was immediately shut down for good. On this day in 1985, 3 scientists from the British Antarctic Survey published an article in the scientific journal Nature that announced their discovery of the ozone hole over the southernmost continent. This led to an international effort to ban the fluorocarbons that were disturbing the balance of the upper atmosphere. A rare success story in the history of climate activism. Today we wish a happy birthday to Olga Korbut, born this day in 1955. The gymnast, nicknamed the Sparrow from Minsk, competed at the 1972 and 1976 Olympics, representing the Soviet Union. Her breathtaking performance at Munich in 1972 changed perceptions of women's gymnastics, making them one of the premier Olympic competitions. Olga Corbett now lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, and continues to teach gymnasts and dancers. Happy birthday, Olga Corbett. Finally, by the Christian calendar, today is the feast day of St. Brendan the Navigator. The Irish holy man is remembered for his extraordinary sea journey into the Atlantic, recorded in the book The Voyage of St. Brendan the Abbot. He and his 14 companions built a boat of woven willow branches covered with tanned cowhides rubbed in butter. They set off from the coast of Kerry around the year 520. On their journey, they are said to have encountered demons from hell hurling brimstone and vast pillars of crystal. Perhaps these were Icelandic volcanoes and icebergs. In another incident, they landed on a small island, but when they lit a fire, the whole island moved under them. It was a giant sea monster. The tale is a mix of history, hagiography, and myth. Brendan's prayer is still used today. O Lord, protect me, for the sea is so vast, and my boat is so small. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 16th of May, 2026.